Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. And we have a special treat in store for you. And this will be with Todd Rowland, who is a master nutritionist and kinesiologist. I had the opportunity to meet Todd about 15 months ago when I was struggling severely with a lot of autoimmune issues, including Lyme disease. I had a seizure disorder, mast cell activation syndrome. So whenever I would go into a building and smell a chemical or be around indoor mold, I would just get really sick. And I got on these products after trying everything, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I was able to completely transform my health. So I released 25 pounds. I no longer have inflammation and pain. I sleep through the night, no more night sweats. And I was able to get my in-laws on these products and get them off of about 12 medications total. So really life-changing testimonies that you're going to hear. So a lot of you guys are already on the drops, which we love, but we really want to help you with additional products. And if you're a brand partner or a distributor, listen up to how you can enhance people's health even more. So thanks so much, Todd, for doing this for us tonight.
Exciting, Susan. You know that you actually got involved with the business because you have been dealing with Lyme disease for so long and feeling so bad. You had some mold issues in your house that had creeped up on you. And one of the big symptoms with Lyme disease and mold is just low energy syndrome. You just don't feel like doing anything. And you got started on a couple of the products. How long was it till you started feeling? I've heard you say you felt better within a few weeks, maybe than you'd and everything you'd ever tried in a couple of years.
That's exactly right, you guys. And I was actually out on a trampoline doing back handsprings at 42. So I was like, wow, what is this? So I started getting these products in my friends' hands who struggled with some of the same things, and their health started turning around. So I knew that this company had products unlike any other. My son got on these products, Todd, and in 2 weeks, his chronic pain, you guys, he was only 9, his chronic pain went away. So significant after trying every doctor that you could imagine.
Well, let's begin with this. Our company, PartnerCo, we have over 80 products globally. No way to train them on them all in one day. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a series over a period of time. Kristen White is also doing a series right now. She's way smarter than I am when you get into the nitty gritty, but maybe mine will be a little bit more simple for some, just in the understanding. But as Susan had mentioned earlier, I got my master's degree in nutrition and kinesiology about 3 decades ago from the University of Arkansas. But more important than the degree, it became a passion of mine and has remained a passion of mine for 30 years. Early on, I was associated with the athletic performance world and recovery. And especially at the college and high school level, you can really change the winning percentage based upon the weight room, developing the body, and then a big piece of that is the recovery and the nutrition. It's actually a bigger piece than the workout a lot of times. But since then, the last decade or so, I've been way more involved in the longevity world and what I call the lifestyle disease world. And what I consider the lifestyle disease world are the things that we kind of self-sabotage ourselves into. Now, the prescription world, we've always got to tell you we treat, we diagnose, we cure nothing. But the body is a miraculous instrument made by God. And there's two things it needs to perform. One, it needs the right raw materials. Two, it needs you to stop putting in the things that makes it not work very good. And I say this a lot, so some of you may have heard me in a live presentation say that your body's kind of vision like your car. If you're driving around a gasoline car and you pull up at the gas station and you put diesel in it, it's literally going to break down before you get out of the parking lot because it's mechanical and it has no give. Our bodies, we literally all day, every day, our little sweet gasoline engine bodies, we put diesel in it all day. McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, whatever we buy at the gas station, nothing's any good. Liquid sugar, alcohol, cigarettes, you name it, we're constantly feeding it. And then we wake up one day in our 40s, 50s, or 60s, and we're diagnosed with something we don't want: high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, elevated blood sugar, metabolic syndrome, prediabetes, elevated triglycerides. All that, for the most part, that you can move the needle greatly in the bad direction and the good direction based upon the things you do and do not put inside of your mouth and chew and swallow and put into your body. So I say all that to say that the nutritional supplementation is an enhancement. I'm a firm believer that even if you eat really healthy, it's just in today's fast-paced world, the way we grow things now, I still believe you've got to supplement your body to give it optimal health. So today we're going to cover 4 or 5 of our top add-on products. Many of you are familiar with the Body Balance and Drops. It's a foundational product to stabilize blood sugar, to get to give the body a lot of different raw material to bring it into balance in a lot of different areas. But today we're going to focus on 2 more products. Before I go there, I just want to reiterate that all of our products are doctor created. They all have clinical research and published papers. They're so good that 6 of our products have actually been put into the physician desk reference. We're going to talk about one of those products today. We'll talk about the others, but one of those products is our vitamin and mineral. There's just a few that have ever made it into that book. You've got to have the right sourcing. They got to have the right formulation. Most importantly, you got to have the third-party clinical research. They don't care what you say about your product. They care what the third parties say about your product, those double-blind studies. So our vitamin mineral is in there. You can see some of our doctors there. Our top doctor, a leading authority in the world on blood sugar regulation. He wrote a book called What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutrition That May Be Killing You. And that is some of our R&D team around the world. Those are some of our third-party verifications that are popping up now. And we've just added on board Dr. Joshua Plant, who has his PhD in biochemistry from Harvard, and he is now head of our R&D department. So I know that he'll be launching 2 of our very first products. And hang on one second, I'm about to get kicked out where I'm at. Hang on one second. Okay, I'm back with you. Those are all the third-party logos that we carry with the products. And there's a few more. I'm just going to point out a couple of them. The FDA does not approve or disapprove nutrition. It has no say-so. So the reason you see the FDA and OTC lettering there is we manufacture in an FDA-approved facility, which means they are going to inspect our products to make sure we have exactly in our product what we say are in them. That GMP and NSF are 2 huge ones in the nutrition world. And then my favorite one, I think we have either 33 or 34 products now certified with the colognes list. And the colognes list actually certifies all the way to Olympic competing athletes to take the products. And both of these first 2 products I'm going to talk about are on that colognes list. So let's begin with Renew. So this is one of my favorite products for anybody that's actually working the business that needs an active subscribe and save. This is one of those products that very few people ever stop taking if they ever start it. We have 2 international patents on this product. And what this product does is it naturally raises your human growth hormone over time. It's not as good as a synthetic shot, but it's also not dangerous like the synthetic shot. This is all natural. We are putting 0 hormones or HGH in the human body through 4 pathways. We're just helping your body make more of it. And HGH in the medical world is called the longevity hormone. And in the longevity world, they actually call it the fountain of youth. The more you have of it, the prettier you're going to be, the better you're going to age, the better your body composition. And this is male and female. So this is, as you're looking at the screen there, this is the average decline of a person aging of HGH production. If you don't know about HGH, it has to be, human growth hormone is what HGH is. It has to be present for all cellular regeneration to occur. So without it, when those cells start regenerating, they just don't do it as well. And if you don't know this about your skin, you get a new set of skin about every 90 days. And basically your whole body regenerates every couple of years. So we always want our HGH to remain as high as we possibly can for our age. Now, if you can see, if I'm just the average declining human, by the time I reach the age of 65 years old, I will be aging 125 times faster than a 12-year-old does. We don't want that. But I will tell you that more than 50% of Americans today, and I would say Canadians are probably the same, we're actually declining much faster because when we have a lot of sugar and a lot of alcohol and we don't sleep well, all those three, and we don't get exercise, those are all factors in speeding up that decline. So how do you slow it down? You do the opposite. High intensity exercise, 6 to 8 hours of solid sleep, limit your sugar, limit your alcohol, and then, in my opinion, take 1 or 2 Renew every night. So if I can slightly raise it, stop the decline, men and women get very similar results. Both men and women get better body composition, way better body composition. It takes 4 to 6 months to really let it show up, but I know in my own body, this is a miracle product in my body. I literally feel better at the age of 55 than I did at any time in my 40s. It's much easier to grow muscle if you're working out, both men and women. Because you have better lean muscle mass, better body composition, you improve your quality of life as you age. You know, a lot of older people actually they really decline after a fall, a slip, they break something, they can't get well. So better cardiovascular health and less cognitive decline now are shown in clinical studies. If you have higher HGH, way better men and women libido. And that's important as we age because that also declines, especially if you have elevated blood sugar. So if you can stabilize blood sugar and raise HGH, you'll be very happy in that department also. So I encourage everybody to do one. I've mentioned a lot of times that I do 2 every night in 4 ounces of our superfood drink, Noni. The reason I do 2 is because I weigh a little over 200 pounds. And Dr. Mike DiMiego, a doctor in our business, taught me many years ago that all medication is distributed based upon age and weight. So if I'm taking one and some woman that weighs 125 pounds is taking one, there's no way I could expect the same results as that 125-pound woman. So I'm not saying everybody should take 2. But if you are bigger or not feeling the results, you might need to. I will tell you it has niacin in it, which is B6. And some people are hypersensitive to it. So you got to play around with that a little bit. Make sure you don't take too much because it'll have an opposite effect. And instead of making you sleep better, it might not make you sleep as good. If you ever feel tingly on the skin after taking it, it's the niacin. It can make you a little flush. No big deal at all. It's actually good for you, but you don't want to overdo that. So that is our Renew. Does anybody want to ask a question or add anything there, Susan?
Well, Todd, I've seen that if you have a little bit of sensitivity to the niacin, if you'll eat a little bit of food and then take it, I have a tiny bit of sensitivity. That helps a lot.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to move to product number 2. And you can do a Renew MOA combination pack for $157 US. And it is my favorite auto ship. I have had it for 2+ years, however long Renew's been out. Matter of fact, I actually have 2 MOA and 2 Renews, a 200-point pack, and I actually start a lot of men with that pack, 2 MOA and 2 Renew. But that is my auto ship is actually 2 of each because I do 2 boxes of MOA and 2 boxes of Renew minimum every month. So what is MOA? I heard Shannon speaking on it when I fell off there just a second ago, but MOA is 36 of the world's best superfoods in a little liquid 2-ounce package. It is way better cold. Just know that. I've never met anybody that took it every day for 7 days that didn't fall in love with it. Even the most taste sensitive people that do not like it in the beginning, if you'll put it in the refrigerator, drink it cold, and do it every day for 7 days, it will grow on you big time. But don't expect it to be Kool-Aid. It's 36 of the world's best superfoods, and we don't add sugar. So it's a really, 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 really healthy product. 11 of the superfoods you're looking at there have clinical research showing their ability to reduce inflammation. And then for the real health nuts of the world, we have a patented preservative called Natrix made with mushrooms. So there's not even a artificial preservative in there like there is in all of the other liquid nutrition drinks in the world. We also have 6 medicinal mushrooms in this drink. They're all important. People chase these mushrooms around the world for their documented effects on cancer cell splitting, slowing that down, potentially stopping it in some cases. The lion's mane has become the hottest product in the athletic performance world. It's also huge now in the anti-inflammatory world. So MOA is an incredible product just for getting 36 superfoods into the body. But the reason it went viral is because it is the best recovery product that has ever existed in the athletic performance world. And it's by far the best product I've ever worked with in 30 years for reducing pain in people that have inflammation of some kind. We don't, again, cure or diagnose anything, but things like uh, um, fibromyalgia, arthritis, rheumatoid, gout, carpal tunnel, aches and pains, old injuries, all of those things, we may not get them well, but if we can reduce the inflammation, we can reduce the pain significantly. And then we all know the dangers of some of the pain medicine world. If we can get people that are having to take that either cut way back or off, it makes their quality of life so much better. So you're looking at a picture here with Kristen White after she started MOA. These are two of her favorite 3 or 4 products. They're two of her biggest sellers in her CrossFit gym. But the reason she loved MOA is because it allowed her to become the #1 CrossFit girl in Tennessee, because it sped up her recovery time. And then these are some guys that play either college or NFL football that work out at her gym. So the guy there in the red, his name is Trey. And Trey literally just signed about 3 weeks ago the highest interior offensive lineman contract in the history of the National Football League. And he's been on MOA since he was in the 8th grade. The guy on the right, Artis Hicks, played defensive end at Philadelphia, also lives on the MOA after those CrossFit workouts. The guy there in the middle, he was a personal trainer at the gym by my house down in the Panhandle of Florida. He won Mr. Florida after getting on the MOA. #1, it reduced recovery time. #2, he said it helped reduce his subcutaneous fat. And then the girl in the orange there actually won the gold medal in the Olympics in Brazil for the United Kingdom after being on the MOA. Another personal trainer on the MOA, Chelsea. And then these are some of the lifestyle ones. This is a before and after picture of type 2 diabetes ankles. We have thousands of them. Kim Gray talked about her ankles Saturday morning in Birmingham, how the swelling came out. She was able to walk and get around again with muscular dystrophy. This is Tommy and Linda. Between the drops and the MOA, they reduced their inflammation. I think they've come off of 35 prescription medications. Their doctor has taken them off. They didn't take themselves off. You can see the swelling that came out of Miss Linda's ankles there. As Shannon was mentioning, this is a plantar fasciitis surgery gone bad. And this girl right here, Brittany, was unable to walk 6 months post-surgery. When I met her, she was still foot propped up and on a walker. We got her on MOA, and you can see it was just about 30 days later, the swelling was gone and she was up and mobile again. The doctors literally could not believe it. And Shannon, I think I heard you say maybe you had plantar fasciitis or knew somebody would, and you upped your doses to 2 or 3 and it made a big difference.
Yes. So when I was just at the retreat, you could see, I mean, it's come up through my heel and on the top of my foot. I had a really big just ball of inflammation. And so as soon as you said that, well, as soon as I got home, because I didn't have that much MOA with me, I only had 1 a day. And so yeah, as soon as I got home, which was Monday, I started doing 2 a day. One day I did 3. And this weekend I wore heels. So, I mean, there's still a little twinge there, but nothing. Like, I've been limping around for 3 or 4 months.
So what she's referring to is I always tell people with acute inflammation, meaning it's hurting bad. You might have to take 2 or 3 a day to pull the inflammation down. Then most people can revert back to 1 to maintain it. But this is rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia. Miss Deborah did 3 a day, and you can see the swelling that came out of her thighs there in 20 days. A swollen ankle from a sprained ankle on the tennis court. Took 3 before he went to bed, and then Ernest took a picture the next morning, and all the swelling had come out overnight. Okay, so that's product #2. As I mentioned earlier, those 2 products can be done on a combination MOA Renew 100-point pack for $157, a 200-point pack for slightly over $300. And I keep the 200-point pack on my auto ship, but the 100-point pack is more than sufficient. I'm about to jump around just a little bit on PowerPoints to find everything I'm looking for. Let me make sure I got it here, and I do. Okay, so that orange bottle is called AbVantage. And if you want better abs and like an accelerator on the visceral fat coming off the body, the bad fat, you want to take the AbVantage. And there's a lot of clinical studies showing why. So the AbVantage has about 5 ingredients, a form of vitamin B's in there. But I will tell you the 2 big ones. Number 1 is chromium picolinate. Chromium picolinate has been in the weight loss industry for 30 plus years. I remember when I was in high school buying chromium picolinate products to try to lean out and cut up. Really great product for burning, targeting fat. The second ingredient was new to me. I had to do my own research. Kristen White's the one that kind of turned me on to how good it was because I didn't know what it was. I had not taken the time at the moment. But Kristen White, I do not have a picture of her here. I usually do, but her abs at 40, she says, are better than they have been at any point in her life, and her workouts and her eating are the same. Nothing changed except this product. But the ingredient is called Grains of Paradise, and it's a ginger root from the continent of Africa that raises resting metabolism significantly. And kind of imagine if you were trying to save money in gas, maybe you buy like a small car that gets 30 miles per the gallon. But if you have a big diesel truck and it gets 8 miles per the gallon, it has a higher metabolism. It needs more fuel to go. So we want our bodies to be the diesel truck. We want it burning fuel all the time. We want it to burn the sugar out of our blood, burn the glycogen out of our liver and muscles, and then start turning those stored fat cells, which the body don't know that's fat. They think the body thinks it's stored energy, which is what it really is. We want it tagging into that burned energy, even when we're not moving or working out. So this is a great product to raise that resting metabolism. It gives you better energy levels, lots of times better focus. There is a unbelievably great auto ship with that orange bottle and the drops. I'll be right back.
Well, Susan, is there anything that you would like to add while we are waiting on Todd to come back?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a girl on here, you guys, Terry. Terry, how old are you? 48. Let me share my oh, okay. I started saying I can share my screen real quick and just I've got her pulled up on FaceTime that she's taken the AbVantage.
But we have
And let's see, can you guys see my screen?
No, Todd's still sharing his.
This area.
But okay, perfect.
Okay, let me finish up real quick, Susan, because I'm gonna have to leave this area.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. All right, let me finish up. I got one last product to go, and then we'll be done with this. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn it to y'all, and y'all can do all of that. But I'm gonna have to get out. I'm gonna have to undo this in a second. All right, the last product we were going to talk about today is the vitamin mineral, and that is inside of the physician desk reference. Let me get that pulled up again real quick for us. So as a foundational product for everything, the vitamin mineral inside of the physician desk reference, right when you go to the doctor's office. Wait for it to catch up. There we go. There it is. So the vitamin mineral, if you read the directions on it, it is 3 vitamins in the morning and 2 minerals, and then 3 vitamins again at night and 2 minerals. You do that morning and evening. And there's a doctor that I follow for a long time. Her name was Dr. Ginger. And when women were in the weight loss journey, she never wanted them to do the drops without the vitamin and mineral. And I'm going to put this in the really simplistic terms and not talk about the technical aspects. But when the cells are splitting, breaking down, recreating, regenerating, they need a certain amount of vitamins and minerals along with other raw materials. And when a vitamin or a mineral, a portion of it is missing, the cellular regeneration doesn't partially occur, it just doesn't occur at all. So without this foundational vitamin and mineral in the body, we don't have as good of cellular regeneration. And when the body is trying to burn that fat and get energy, it just doesn't do it as well. But here's what she would always say is that when the cells need something, one of those raw materials, the niacin, the B3, the B6, the D3, the K2, whatever it may be, it will tell our subconscious that, and our subconscious then tells our conscious we're hungry. Well, in 2025, we go eat, whether that be McDonald's or Burger King or whatever it is, and our digestive system works its magic. And once that food goes through, the cells never got what it needed. So 2 to 3 hours later, not only we spiked insulin and made ourselves hungry, but now then our cells are still need the same raw materials, so we're hungry. So we're in this perpetual cycle of always eating and never giving ourselves what it asked for. And that was the reason she said that everybody should be on a vitamin and mineral. So I'm a big believer in the superfood drinks and the vitamin mineral. So my nightly regimen is always MOA and vitamin and mineral. Now, I do add in the Noni and the Magna Cal D at nighttime. I'll cover those in a different segment. Those are the ones we're going to cover today. And I'm at this hotel that I'm about to go do a meeting here in Las Vegas, and I'm in a restricted area, I'm assuming, because they keep trying to kick me out. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys, Susan, and let y'all finish this out for the day.